Pause. Minus 18.140. Speak.
Well, hello guys. How are we all going? I had a bit of a rest today and I'm going to do some cooking soon. I'm going to use my new frying pan that I bought the other day because it has a lid, so while I'm cutting veggies I can put the bloody lid on the frying pan. And for some news, I got rid of my support worker yesterday because of some erratic behaviour, and also because she was very nasty to me, so I will not tolerate that shit from workers. I can say I'm not entirely innocent because I must be to blame somewhere. Well, I'll tell you where I'm to blame. I'm at fault because I told my worker off for telling me, hey, why don't you leave your food out for 4 hours while we go out? Leave it sit on the bench, it's fresh food, you can leave it out. I know what I'm talking about, you're not going to get food poisoning. And I shouted at her, I said, I am not waiting till we come back to put food in the fridge. Oh no, straight on the defensive. No, but I'm just telling you, when it's fresh food, you can leave it out. I said, not if it's meat. Not if it's cooked meat. You're not doing that to me. And she's carrying on about she makes suggestions and it's my decision to make, but she makes suggestions. I said, well, I'm not listening to your suggestions. And she goes, well, don't talk. I'm talking. I want you to listen to me. I said, no, you're interrupting me. So she said, well, I'm going to be quiet now because you're talking and you're not listening to me and I'm telling you something. I said, no, you aren't. You're telling me to leave food on the bench for 4 hours. And she said, that's because I know you can do that and you're not listening to me. So I'm just going to leave because you're making me feel useless to you and you're my client. And I went, well, I'm going outside. And she needed me to tell her twice that I'm going outside with a mug of coffee to sit down. And I said, I will decide how long I sit down, and when I feel comfortable that I'm going to put the container of food in the fridge safely, it's my decision. I decide when the food goes in the fridge. So my support worker was very horrible. She stayed inside. She did not come out to talk to me. And then she started being nice as if nothing had happened. We had a good time swimming, and when I got home, I immediately sent her a termination letter and I fired her. And on the way home, she was driving erratically and she left her TikTok microphone on, so I was dobbing her into TikTok. I was asking about how much money she was making on TikTok, and I was basically asking her stuff, and then she went, oh, I forgot I turned on my microphone. I left it on. Oh, and she turned it off. And then today, I heard my support worker say a few things on my TikTok profile page. So I reported her for fraud, money laundering and that. I also reported what she does when she's doing jobs that requires attention and concentration. I wrote all that down in the TikTok report. And I blocked her off my profile. She was saying things about how, oh, don't go on about it. She's, don't go on about this isn't, true, and I'm not that rich, and, oh, you keep going on. So I interrupted her bullshit talking, and I thought, oh, she's a narcissistic control freak and thinks she can get one over on anyone she likes. So, yeah, I put her in a place real quick. I thought I won't have no support worker telling me what to do in my home. And I also won't have support workers dictating what happens in my TikTok profile. So I, gave her a hard time. And I hope a lot of people found out what she's actually like when she forgot to turn off her microphone for a while last night. I hope they found out that she was committing misconduct by driving erratically and using TikTok and scrolling TikTok and even joining TikTok lives and talking on her microphone while driving, while on duty as a support worker. I really hope a lot of people found out and are really against her for misconduct. So, yeah, from now on, I'm only utilising support workers when I request to utilise workers. I don't want repeat shifts with workers. I don't do repeat shifts because I only use workers when I need to use workers. That's it. And if anyone has a go at me over it, I'm just going to say, well, I only utilise assistance as needed. I don't need scheduled support. I don't need scheduled outings. I don't believe in that shit. If I don't want assistance, I don't have to get assistance. Unless it's really, really important, you know? So, yeah, I've had it with all this bloody stupid shit. So, I'm just going to turn voiceover on.
Voiceover on. 2:51 p.m. Torch off. Button.
There we go.
Recorder. Pause. Stop.
And
Pause.
I will be
Stop.
back
Stop. Pause. Button.
in a minute to keep talking while I cook.
Minus. Pause. Stop. Stop. Pause. Minus 11.06528. Screen locked. 2:54 p.m. Torch off. Button. Speech off.
Okay, I'm going to start cooking now. Going to start cooking. So, I won't be using the stock pot today, so it will be kind of different. She didn't wash my damn dishes properly. That lady. Wash my dishes properly. At least I'll do a better job than what most sighted people do when they don't do dishes properly. Absolutely pisses me off. Some people give me the shits they do. They really give it to me, mate. They give me the shits. They fucking piss me right off. They genuinely give me the shits. Brr. And then my support worker had the audacity to start lecturing me about my health, and I just told her to fuck off then, because no one tells me what to do. No one tells me what I can and can't eat. Fuck off. Help me out or fuck off. So she decided to be a stupid fucking arsehole about it, so I got rid of her. She's also done my dishes the wrong way. I can't deal with this disorganised bloody sighted shit. Oh, I can see, so I'm going to do the dishes the way I want to do them. Because I can see. Oh, she's gone and used her. I'm glad I fired her now because she's gone and messed everything up. And now I have to go ahead and fix it because she's gone and messed everything up, eh? Oh my God, I'm glad I got rid of her. I am glad she is gone because she's fucking mold. Everything's set. So yeah, I'm pissed off anyway. No need to be worried about that right now. Damn it. Oh my God. Oh. Some of it's my fault because I did dishes before my worker arrived, but some of it's her fault because she decided to be fucking tyke. Like, lady, don't come into my home and dictate what happens here, because it's not going to work. Will not help out. She went to fucking use one of my nice spatulas that I use for cooking steak or chicken schnitzel or whatever. She ripped the fucking thing off. The little thing off that holds the spatula in place. Stupid old thing. And she has not put that little doover bobby where I wanted, a stupid fucking cunt. Oh, I hate workers who think they know best when actually they don't. Do not know what's best at all, bloody bitches. And if they don't like hearing that shit, then they best not come into my home controlling how I live. Because I won't tolerate it. Don't put up with shit from fucking no one. Everything is set like a sighted fucking person because she doesn't care about me. She just cares about getting rich, defrauding TikTok, making a heap of shit money that's really legally not her money, getting herself in trouble, driving erratically, yeah, all that shit, and she expects not to get into any trouble for it, so that's it. God, she's a cunt. So now I'm fixing up her stupid sighted person's mess because she ain't blind. I might be blind, but she isn't. I know who is and who's not blind around here. And I'm genuinely sick of shit fuckers like her bossing clients around and telling people what to do. Yeah. Tell people what to do in your own home, in your own place, lady, not here. I'm going to cook it soon. I don't know where the hell the fucking metallic thing is that it's like a little plastic holder, doover bobby thing. And she took it and chucked it away. It is gone now. She's ruined my fucking stuff. Fucking cunt. Oh, nope, there it is. Piece of bloody shit put my thing where she knew I would have to bloody find the fucking thing. Because she decided how she would use my stuff. Instead of asking, she just went ahead and did her own fucking thing. Fuck off, lady. So now it's my turn to cook how I want to cook. Trust me, I can cook pretty bloody good. I can cook pretty good. Pretty decent with cooking, so no worries. I'm going to chop up my sweet potato first. I'll drop the peel up. Where is it? There it is. I'm going to peel up the sweet potato because I bought some McCain cheese, corn and carrot. Because I don't have to peel carrots because I've got peas, corn and carrot. So I'm now controlling the narrative in my home and I plan to fucking keep it that way. Apparently Australia is going to go without fuel in 36 days. The fuel is going to run out. The petrol reserves are going to run out. I don't know how true that is, but it sounds pretty freaking scary. Very scary. Oh, you know what I didn't get potatoes to make mashed potatoes. Ah, shit. Oh well, I didn't do that. Whatever. I didn't do it. Yes, I'll have to deal with that another time. These sweet potatoes are hard to peel. They're nice, but they're hard to peel. So yeah, I got sick of my stupid support worker, and now she's getting in trouble off TikTok because she did the wrong thing last night. Kept the microphone on, and I kept being not overly nasty, but just a bit not very nice to her, and making sure everyone on her TikTok page knows how much of a conniving little cunt she is. You know, if you're working for the NDIS, that doesn't give you the right to then scroll on TikTok and get on your live page and leave the microphone going so that all your fans can hear you working with your clients. Like, that's not what funding is for. But obviously she's about to find that out the hard way, because I've dobbed her in. And then she apologised to me for having her mic on as if, oh, I'm not going to let my client get me in trouble. Well, I got her in trouble anyway because I'm not stupid. I might be dumb, but I'm not bloody dumb stupid. I'm just a little bit dumb, but I'm not stupid. So now, little conniving little shit gets on TikTok today and carries on about how poor she is. I'm not rich. Why are you all carrying on about me making money when I'm with my clients? Well, it's because, lady, you broke the rules and you did the wrong thing, and you got yourself trouble. Nothing to blame but yourself. So, there we are. I think because she's been a nice person most of the time and her behaviour has gotten more shocking, well, I thought, oh, the time's come, I need to say goodbye because I don't want to get in trouble because of her. I nearly got in trouble over something that happened at my complex where I live because of her. She got me into trouble, or tried to get me into trouble. So I had to deal with that too. So am I happy with her? No. I'm glad she's gone. I am glad she is bloody gone. I'll chop up this sweet potato. How am I going to chop these up into little slices? Yeah, I think so. Oh God, that's... yeah, slices like that. Yeah, a bit like cutting up carrots into thin strips. Then I'm going to chop up some onion and I'm going to start frying the onion. And instead of, oh, I only need one onion, I've made the decision. I decide how much onion goes into my food. And that is it. That is it. I cut up the hard vegetables and then I start cooking them onion and mince, and that way while I'm chopping up celery I can finish cooking that mince and onion. Put the sweet potato in there. Yeah, and I'm fine. Because I'm not going to have no little shit make decisions on my behalf, because as far as they're concerned, and I found out when I had a bit of a read of their working profile, yeah, I'm a bit of an ing-nong because I did not check that page, you know, 4 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever. I didn't check the page. I'm an ing-nong. I found out that this dick fuck's focus is not promoting independence and supporting people to live the lives they choose. The focus is promoting independence while managing challenging behaviours. You think I'm that stupid that I don't know what that means? I don't think so, because I kind of know what that actually means. It means, in her little way, she's promoting independence, but she's also deciding how she wants to micromanage behaviour, and if she doesn't like something you say, or she doesn't like how you tell her off. I found that bit of pumpkin. What a cunt. Another reason I buy her. Actually, I'm lying to myself. I just want one large onion. Another reason I buy her. She decided, not me, she decided how much pumpkin I'm going to use. She didn't say, oh dear, would you like all the pumpkin used or only a little bit? Okay? No, I didn't make the decision. She did. It was her decision. So, luckily for me, I'm going to use up that other bit of pumpkin today. I am very angry with this lady for making decisions on my behalf like that. I mean, she doesn't get to decide how I have my pumpkin dealt with. She does not get to make those decisions on my behalf. Not ever. Not ever. So, she's gone now. She's well and truly gone. Because I don't like people who come into my kitchen and say, oh, I'm not going to ask how you want your food cut. I'm just going to make decisions for you. She didn't care what I wanted done with my pumpkin. She just pretended, oh, I've cooked you a meal. Do you love it? I'm like, usually, yeah. Do I love it now? Kind of. Not really. Because she didn't give me any input into how I wanted it cooked, so no, maybe I don't love it actually. I'd really love it if she would just stop dictating how I want my food cooked. Don't come into my kitchen and cook without asking how I want my stuff cooked. I want the whole pumpkin used, I want less pumpkin used, I don't want pumpkin. You don't tell me what the fuck I want in my food. So yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of not happy now because the way that bitch cooked my food, there's hardly any fucking food there. Like, she cooks like I might die if I eat too much. Then when I'm starving, she hardly cooks anything. It's like she just wants to torture someone, and it certainly isn't going to be me because I'm not going to allow it. I don't put up with that shit from anybody. soon as they start bossing me around in my home, they get, ta-da, they are gone. I will not have people bossing me around in my home. It's just not going to happen. It is not happening, and no deal. No deal. Will not tolerate it, and if people think they're going to come into my home and convince me otherwise, they're out. Goodbye. As for this World War III, I don't really have sympathy for the US. It's all their fault. They started the war. They are to blame. Blame no one but themselves, because they're the ones that started that shit. They started that shit. Some people are getting on TikTok and saying, we didn't drop the bomb, he did that, we did not do that. And he's kind of right. We, as in the whole of America, did not approve of Donald Trump's stupidity. They did not approve it. He did. So the US is kind of correct in a lot of ways. So I'm not blaming every individual in America, but I am blaming the Trump administration for the mess that America is in. They are at fault for that. The individual people who want their country to be peaceful are not at fault for that. The general population is not at fault for that. The people who voted Trump in are definitely at fault. The people who voted Trump in need a good swift kick up the arse. That's what needs to happen. But apart from that, the general citizenry really is not at fault for the Trump administration being really stupid. You know? So, yeah. Donald Trump gets no sympathy from me at all. My worker for dictating what I want in my food. Don't bother asking me first. Don't say, hey, I've got a big piece of pumpkin here, do you want all of that pumpkin or just a little bit? Don't bother with that. Just dictate how much food I want. Oh, here's your full container, it's a lot. And I'm like, who decides that it's a lot of food? I decide if it's a lot. My worker can butt out and mind her own beeswax. I decide if something is a lot, not the support worker. They don't make the decisions. I make the decisions. We did not buy my new fry pan. I bought the fry pan after we looked at what I want to buy. We checked them out and I bought it. We did not buy it, I bought it. Holy fucking goodness, I'm so angry with NDIS people at the moment. Thinking they know best about disabilities and they know what's best to help you. If they knew what was best, they would shut up and let clients speak for themselves. They would shut the fuck right up. Now I am cooking. And I am quite happy to keep cooking. I found it very, very, very unbelievable that my worker decided, and did she know she was getting fired? Probably. She might have known I was going to get rid of her. Maybe she felt positive that I would forgive her one more time and not get rid of her. But from the way she started berating me and several others on TikTok today, it doesn't seem that she was very expecting of the bad news. It does not seem that she was expecting to get fired. Well, what surprise does she expect to get when she's playing stupid games? What does she expect to occur in life? What does she want to happen if she does something really, really stupid? What is she expecting to be the outcome? And why does she think clients are going to put up with her shit forever? Now, this is nasty and it shouldn't have happened, but I sort of get where one of her nasty clients was coming from, even though he was a little nasty to her. He got sick of her bullying. So the way he dealt with that was by pushing her over and giving her a leg injury. Now, it is wrong of him to do that. He was a bit of an asshole for doing that. But then I think to myself, what does one expect when someone chooses to be a piece of shit to their client? At the time, I didn't know that she was horrible to her client. I did not know she was being nasty and bullying this bloke, and then this bloke had had enough, pushed her over, injured her leg, and she had to get medical treatment for several months for her sore leg. You know, what is she expecting to happen when she bullies people? Then she tried bullying one of her bosses because she wanted to pay for food instead of letting clients self-manage and figure out their own finances. She would bail them out, which is misconduct. It's not legal. And she would tell a boss to basically get fucked, basically, to fuck off, you know. And she wonders why her boss hates her. Her boss cannot stand her. Her boss hates her guts. She wonders why. She wonders why she has a terrible boss. Because she bullies people and then expects people to bail her out after she's, you know, bullied people enough times, you know. And I'm like, yeah, the way that bitch is dealing with things isn't going to get her far in life. Really, it's not going to get her very far at all. And when she comes over to me and says, do what I tell you when you're cooking, no lady, if you don't like the way I cook, cook it yourself. Well, I was mistaken to think that would teach her any lessons, because she didn't learn anything. All she learnt was, oh, okay, my client's letting me cook for myself. My client obviously needs my help. Yeah, I needed her help. I needed her help to fuck off. I wanted her to fuck off. That's all I wanted her to do, was please fuck off. Eventually, I just thought, you know what? I might be in the wrong. You know what? I might be badly behaved. You know what? I probably shouldn't have yelled at her. You know what? I probably shouldn't lose my temper. Oh, boo-hoo. I think I should be sorry and, you know, rein my temper in, you know, a little bit. No, I won't. Because I am not going to have somebody dictate how I handle my food situation. And I had to fire another worker because she was not safe around food. I had to fire this worker because she is not safe around food. Yeah, tell me to control my temper in my own home when I am being dictated to. And I say, my home, my rules. No, it's not about that. I'm just giving you a suggestion. Well, lady, shut your flap. Keep your suggestions to yourself. Don't come into my home with your suggestions. Keep them to yourself. You don't get the right to an opinion. And when she said, you have a right to an opinion, and I have a right to an opinion, I said, no, it's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. You know it, and I know it. So she said, oh, stop talking and start listening. I said, no, you need to start listening. No, I'm going to be quiet now because you keep talking and you aren't listening to my suggestions. I said, well, you don't have the right to an opinion in my home. And now I'm being accused by her of being racist. Well, I am, because I said, in Australia, we have different standards for food hygiene. You know, oh, I know. I said, no, I have different standards here. My standards are not your standards, and I expect you to follow my standards. No, I know what I'm talking about. Well, if you know what you're talking about, fuck off, lady, because you're not helping me. Fuck off. You're not doing anything but not helping me, basically. You're not helping anybody, you're not helping yourself, you're not helping me. Fuck off. Like, she does not have the right to an opinion in my home. She doesn't get the right to have an opinion in someone else's home environment. She follows instructions, or she fucking pisses off back to her own location, preferably back to her own country where she was born. If she wants to bring her shithole situation from her shithole birthplace, she can take her shit back to where she was born. Do not bring it to this country. I don't want shit in my country. I'm just going to put my phone up on top of the microwave so that I protect my phone. But yeah, I will not have people who were raised in a shithole to bring their fucking habits and turn my place into their shithole. So I basically told her to fucking dive. Take a fucking dive. Get on TikTok, complain about me on there, about how poor she is because, oh, I fired someone and they are not that rich, remember? Don't go on about it at me, I'm very poor, I'm so not rich, you know, I'm so... Well, lady, perhaps you want to treat your clients with more respect, maybe. Eh? Sure, that's going to fucking happen, isn't it? So yeah, I have given her shit because she chose to fuck me over, fucking bully me. She used to tell me when she was nicer to me, do not let anyone bully you, and I went, I won't. I will not tolerate bullying from anybody, from no one. No one has the right to bully me, not anybody, like literally no one. No one has that right to bully me ever. I don't care what status she thinks she is. She will not believe it. She will not do it. So yeah, she has tried her best to be a piece of bloody shit. And if she's going to cause trouble, she's going to get herself in trouble. Yeah. She's going to bloody get herself in heaps of trouble. And that's what's happening, so. Oh well. Oh well. Whatever, I suppose. If she's made that decision, she's pretty much gone now. Let me take that thing off. How do you get that off? Okay. There. Yeah, I don't tolerate horrible bloody people pretending, look at me, I'm really nice, only to find out that they're actually really, really terrible. And I didn't know that the reason another client got rid of her and pushed her over and that is because of how she treated him like shit too. Like, lady, if you're going to treat your people like shit, they're not going to like you very much. You know, they're just not going to like you. They're not going to like you at all. Too much detergent and came out. Ugh. That's the pain. Normally people are going to like the people trying to help them. If trying to help me is dictating what happens in one's life, you know? So, told this bitch to take a dictatorial attitude and keep it to herself. Did she like it? No. Do I care? No, because she offended me and did not care. She did not care at all. She does not care one iota. Then she told me to be rude and stop allowing another couple of workers from showing up at certain days of the week, which I'm not going to say what, because they're ripping you off. It's a holiday. And you know what she started doing? She started taking me on those days of the week to stop other workers from getting a job. So she's greedy, she's stealing money from TikTok, and she's stealing money from other support workers, eh? Stealing. Fucking fraud. Fucking fraud. Money laundering fucking fraud. Now, don't get me wrong, I hate One Nation, but if they get voted into power, maybe she needs to be booted out by the new government, because she certainly ain't assimilating into Australian society. Oh well, whatever. Not like I give a shit. I really don't give a shit at all. She tried to tell me to get a smaller fry pan. I said, no, the bigger the better. Blind people need space and big amounts of cooking area. So that way, when the food's cooking, it's there's more space to work with and you don't spill it everywhere. And yeah, it's pretty decent. Turn that down a little bit, because I'm going to start cutting celery. Yeah. I just think, what a dog, eh? What an absolute dog. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm severely sick, but I'm a little bit under the weather today. But that's no concern of anybody's, I guess. I guess it's not a major thing, you know, so long as I'm happy. Yeah, I'll tell you how I'm happy. I'd be happy if workers would help me without dictating how they help. Don't dictate, let me decide. If you see me pass out and die, oh, you might have to start dictating things for a while. And then say, are you right to manage yourself? Probably not, but I'll let you know when I'm fine. If you don't see me dying, do not fucking dictate me. She also rushes when she cooks. Yeah, maybe she can see, but she genuinely cooks too fast, and I don't care what job she had in the past, she does not give enough time for this fucking stupid she doesn't give enough time for this fucking stupid meat to actually cook properly. So by the time it's cooked and you've let the food sit for half an hour when the frying pan is switched off and, you know, everything is just sitting there and it's slowly simmering away. I mean, by the time it's ready to eat, it's only just, you know, finished cooking. So I don't really, yeah, her cooking's okay. I told her that she cooks very well, hoping that we would eventually get along a little bit better. And did that work? No, of course it didn't. So I'm just a piece of shit. Even if you don't, you know, think so. I mean, she obviously didn't have that much respect to give a fucking to begin with. So, you know, whatever. Oh well. Not like I give a shit, really. All I care about is now I've got my life back. I am now cooking the way I want to cook. And yeah, I'm quite happy with myself. So I'm going to keep it that way. I'm going to keep living that way because at least it's fucking working. At least it's fucking working for me. And I'm not an idiot. If food is fresh and it's cooked meat, it's allowed to sit out for 2 hours. I have no problem leaving fresh food for 2 hours. I've done that every day of my life and I've never gotten sick. I am very happy to leave food for 2 hours. But this fuckhead wanted me to risk food poisoning, and instead of going, oh sorry, she was all defensive and horrible about it. She was fucking terrible. I mean, that's why she gets fired from so many jobs. Because she's nasty to her bosses, she's nasty to her clients, she's nasty to everyone. And then she gets let go. So yeah, I've honestly fucking had it with these useless fucking people that couldn't get a job 99% of the time in any other work field. 99.99% of the time they wouldn't get a job anywhere else because they wouldn't fucking last. Would not fucking last anywhere else. yeah, if anyone tells me I'm a good support worker, I'm just like, oh, I've got to do a screening on you before I decide if you're a good worker or not, because most of the time people who say that shit are fucking lying to me. Then I think, oh, I didn't read that profile thoroughly, so then I go and read it thoroughly, and what do I find? Holy fucking discrepancies, don't I? Like, I'm a Ning Nong. I should have checked out the work history, because if someone has 50 million jobs, I know they're not going to last very long in this current job. If you give me a list of 20 jobs on your resume, and you don't give me a list of 2 top jobs that have lasted the longest for you, you're fucked. If you can give me 2 jobs that you've lasted 10 years at, and a few jobs that you've lasted 5 years at, I'm like, oh yeah, you fuck up sometimes, you're okay. You had a bad day, maybe you got sick for a few months, maybe you got laid off your jobs for other reasons, but you had 2 really consistent jobs that lasted for several, years each. Okay, 10 years or more. Wow. Maybe I'll forgive the other 3 jobs that lasted 5 years each. But nah. Just nah. Like, I just cannot believe these fucking stupid workers. I cannot believe them. I cannot believe them. I do not believe. I just find it utterly shocking. Find it utterly crazy that, and I found out yesterday why I did the right thing, because I was not asked about what I wanted done with my food. Oh, have you got this? Yep. Have you got that? Oh, we're going to use it. It's like, whatever, but you're not going to tell me what, you're doing or not doing, so whatever. Like, there comes a point where I just think, okay. I give up on trying to teach people who don't want to be educated. I don't get it. What is the point? Oh, and this person admitted it the other day. Oh, I've been working all week. Yeah, I have bills to pay. That's good. Everybody has bills to pay. Everybody has to work. But never mind, working may not include things like keeping control of your own work ethic and all that. Never mind, I guess. Yes, never fucking mind. Oh, well. What am I supposed to fucking believe? Eh? What the hell am I meant to actually believe when workers just don't give a fuck? Oh, they care. They care about ripping off other support workers when they're looking for jobs too. They give a fuck if it's workers looking for jobs. Yeah, let's rip off those workers. No worries, and make sure those workers don't have jobs, because I'm the greedy ass shit that wants all the work. I have bills to pay. I also have a lot of people I need to get control of. I have a lot of challenging behaviour I need to fix. I have a lot of the challenging behaviour that needs fixing is what's in that lady's life. If there's any problems that she wants fixing, it's her problems, not everyone else's fucking issues. I just cannot believe it. I just cannot believe any of this shit. If this was this fucking idiot cooking, she would have the food cooked by now. It would be, in her mind, it's not cooked yet. I've just taken the frying pan off the heat. The food isn't cooked. Just leave it for half an hour. It will be cooked in half an hour. And I said, why do you feel the need to cook so fast that you have to actually turn the stove off to let the food finish cooking? Why do you need to cook so quick that you cannot actually wait for the food to finish cooking? Oh, because, time is very precious. And I went, my food and my life is very precious too, don't you think? No, I know what I'm talking about. I know food safety. I said, no, you don't. Well, she got up me and said, I don't want you to yell. And I'm like, and you're allowed to yell? Yeah, I put her in her place. I really put her in her place. And I don't give a fuck how much trouble she thinks she's in. I don't give a fuck. She's the one putting herself in this mess. She has no one to blame but herself. And the reason she would have finished cooking by now is because the frying pan would be too hot, the food would be too hot, but the actual cooking process is still finishing. So don't worry, just leave the frying pan for half an hour. The food will finish cooking in half an hour. And don't worry, leave the food out for 4 hours, it is fresh. It is not my problem if you get food poisoning. I will be at home eating my dinner while you're in the intensive care unit. That is perfectly okay. I know better, and if you die, I'm not here to save you. I'm not going to help you when you're sick. Well, I don't care, because I'm about to help myself. I'm about to not get sick. I'm about to not manage getting sick. I'm about to not manage staying sick. I'm about to manage getting as better as well as possible, even if I feel a little bit, just a little tad dodgy here and there. Yeah, everybody feels dodgy. Oh well, that's just how life is. People feel dodgy sometimes. Life happens and people feel dodgy. Life isn't perfect every day. Life is never perfect every day. Life is never ever perfect every day of the week. So, yeah, I am quite ticked off. I don't know what to say. I'm not sad that I got rid of the worker, because I know there's hundreds of people who will probably do a better job than she will. But at the same time, yeah, I'm not very happy. I'm not a very happy camper that my stupid worker has put me in a position where I've had to fire her because of her stupidity. Yep, I've had to fire someone because of their bloody fucking stupidity, because I know about food hygiene. No, you fucking do not. Don't tell me what food hygiene is. I know more about it, because I have to not get sick every fucking time I cook. I know about food hygiene. I know what it takes to not get sick. So don't lecture me about food hygiene. This This lady also does not cook enough vegetables. How can someone not have veggies in their cooking? You've got to have vegetables. How can you have not enough veggies? Maybe if you don't want vegetables, that is your decision. But you don't dictate decisions in my home. I decide what I want in my home. Oh, God. The fry pan is a nice big cooker, but it is a really nice big cooker. It's beautiful. It is wonderful. It's a very wonderful cooker, and I'm going to keep using it because it suits me, and if people want to berate me because my challenging behaviour is yelling at someone because they're in my kitchen trying to make me sick, well then they can get out of my kitchen then maybe. If I'm doing something dangerous and you go, oh, go back to the stove because your frying pan's going to come off the stove top and push it back on there. Yeah, that's different. But don't go treat me like I'm a fucking child. So I'm hoping that this fuckwit stupidity is now catching up with it. And I hope it catches up with it for fucking ever. I hope it catches up with her for fucking ever. Oh well, maybe it's not my fault that the fucking TikTok microphone was turned on. Oh well, whatever, I suppose. That's kind of not my problem, is it? Kind of is not my fucking problem. It kind of isn't my issue. So, I'm going to do some dishes. Yeah, I'm cooking, but so what? I'm going to put the cooking sauce in there soon, in a minute. Not right now, just in a minute. And now, my dictation is happening here. I know what I want in my kitchen. If we don't like what I have in the kitchen, we can fuck off, can't we? We can piss right off. Yeah. Right. The only person I allow any judgment from is medical professionals who are kind of not support workers, but they offer support. They can say, oh, I don't like when you do that. I want you to eat breakfast earlier because starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, no, it's okay, but I want you to eat something a little bit earlier. Fine, whatever. I don't agree, but hey, you know, fine. In any case, yeah. If we're going to come in and decide how I want help, instead of waiting for me to dictate in my own home what my rules are, then yeah, I'm not going to be too happy. There we go, the veggies are cooking nicely now. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, don't come in telling me what I can and can't do in my kitchen. So as I was saying, my doctors have the right to say what they like, and I will say, well, hang on, I've got to cut up that broccoli, don't I? Oh, I forgot the broccoli. Forgot all about that. Oh, I forgot about the broccoli. Shit. I forgot. Oh no, I forgot the fucking broccoli here. Forgot all about it. Oh. That's okay, it's not going to take me long to cut that broccoli up anyway. Just take off a little bit of the stalk. It's not going to take me long to cut it up. Except I've got to take the flour and stuff. Oh, no, I can't drop any of that in the sink. Oh shit. Hang on, where's the fucking lid? Okay. Drop all that broccoli in there as I do it. Some of it's too big. I don't mind it a little bit big, but not that big. That's okay, the veggies are coming along nicely, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to use that stalk in my food too, because stalks are yum. Broccoli stalk is beautiful. Dice it up, chuck it in there. Because the veggies are going to simmer anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Does not matter at all. Because the veggies are still going to simmer. Flour and stuff off the stalk. And then cut the stalk into bits. And that's because I'm fussy and I like a lot of veggies. I like a lot of veggies actually. But no, most people don't like vegetables, and I'm like, well, I'm doing what I want in my home. I don't care what any bastard says to me. I'm doing what helps me in my home. I don't let anyone make those decisions. So now this stupid idiot is getting all over TikTok. Oh, why are you claiming that I'm rich? I'm not that rich. I'm poor. They're not, you fucking rich as bloody all get out. You're as rich as all get out. Rich as fuck, and you don't want to admit to it. I think that's why my blood pressure might be fucking so low as an oldie, because I do nothing but eat veggies. I eat nothing but vegetables. Bloody constantly. Absolutely constantly. Nothing but veggies. Literally. I will not eat anything else but veggies. I will not eat anything but veggies. So, yeah, when my blood pressure reading reads a little low, I'm like, well, am I doing something right or wrong? Can I continue to eat vegetables or not? Yeah, apparently I can continue to eat veggies. Apparently that's allowed. Apparently that is allowed. So I'm going to continue with it. We're going to continue with the veggies because it is allowed, apparently. So I'm very, very happy that I'm allowed to consume all the veggies I like. And I did tell a medical person that I like to be careful for like 4 hours. Oh, why do you have to do that? Oh no, you just eat when you're hungry. And I'm like, I don't do that. Maybe I'll wait for an hour before actually eating. I'll see how that goes, but I'm just not going to like continue bloody eating soon after taking medicine whenever I need that. And yeah, I just get told, oh, you have to eat. I'm like, I do eat when I'm hungry. Yeah, you're not eating often enough. You need to eat more often. Does that include veggies? Oh yeah, eat veggies. Yep. So now what am I cooking today? A big stir fry with vegetables, like a lot. Huge amount of meat, a huge amount of veggies. Like I don't really give a shit. Don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm going to eat as much as I want to eat. I'm going to eat as much as I want to eat. And then when I have someone coming into my kitchen dictating, oh, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. No, that's not how support work actually works. You don't get to come and dictate what works and what doesn't. My life is not about the support worker. My life is about me. So, yeah, I'm not going to put up with it. Maybe that's why I ditched that person a few years ago, or several years ago, because she was a fuckwit then and she's a fuckhead now. Okay, well, I guess I shall never meet this person again because I don't like her. I cannot believe people have the audacity to come into my unit and dictate what happens in here. I cannot believe it. I do not believe it. I just don't. That's just throwing the beaten coal in a minute. I'm going to do that after I throw the fucking sauce in it, actually. Do that then. Because that peas, corn and carrot is not going to take long to cook. It doesn't need to cook for 3 hours. Only needs to cook for 7 or 8 minutes. And I'm supposed to be stupid and I don't know much about food safety. Oh dear. And I'm supposed to be trying not to get sick. Because my worker is stupid and does not want to abide by food safety guidelines. Well, help me or freak. And now, I never used to be like this, but I genuinely believe that a certain group of people bring all this shit all onto themselves. You know, they come into this country, they come into this country to leave a shithole that they don't like. Then they try to turn this place into a shithole that they were born into. Then when I say, keep your shithole where you were born and don't bring it here, oh, don't say that, that's racist. Well, maybe it is fucking racist because I certainly wasn't born in a different country, in a different shithole, to then bring that shithole over to this country to turn it into a shithole. I'm certainly not doing that, so I certainly can't be blamed for another stupid, not native fucking person's stupidity. Oh, that's racist. Well, maybe the non-natives should probably learn a fucking lesson from it then. If you're not native to this country, assimilate and be half decent and learn our standards, or fuck off back to your shithole that you didn't like living in. That's the way I see it. Rightio, now I'm going to put the sauce in there. So, with the way my stupid situation panned out yesterday, yeah, I am absolutely not going to put up with shit from no one. No one at all. So yeah, I've got all this stuff in the, all boiling in the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna be letting it simmer for half an hour. Oh, don't tell me I've just dropped stuff all over the bench. I just found it too. Oh, I just found it. Oh, I just fucking found it. Hang on. I just found it and I did something wrong. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Shit. Oh, yeah. Did something wrong. Jesus. God, now I have to clean all this up. Oh, turn the frying pan off and then clean up, because that is dirty. Yep, I need to turn that off and then clean up, because it is really extremely dirty there. Tipped some food over the fucking side of it. Not much, but yeah, did enough of the number to make me pissed off. Right. And clean all that up. Clean that up there. Yep. I made a mess right along the edge of the fucking stove top, didn't I? So I'm turning that off. Oh, Jesus. Cleaning all that up because it is really, really dirty. It is so dirty. It's really dirty. Clean that up again because I've got sauce everywhere. It's everywhere now. Fuck. Right across the... Oh God. Thing. Move that over there. To the left a little bit. Otherwise it's not gonna... So dirty. Okay, turning the fry pan back on. Turning it back on. There we go. Then I just have to let it go for a few minutes. Because it kind of needs to settle in a bit. And, yeah, these fucking bastards coming over here from somewhere else, from several places, and instead of assimilating and learning our standards, they bring their fucking shithole stuff over here and expect us to live by their shithole standards. And these idiots think I'm going to put up with standards that I wouldn't even leave a dog in because, you know, stupid people don't need hygiene safety. Well, I do. If I find that people are doing the wrong thing, I'm going to get rid of them. Because in a commercial kitchen, you're not allowed to leave food out for more than an hour. Why would you expect me to do anything different in my little kitchen? Why would you want me to do anything differently here? This bloody shit has turned my place into a fucking rat house, so I'm cleaning it up. I am cleaning it up. Because I have high standards And I prefer my place to be not like it's not perfect, but I expect it to be clean enough. I expect it to be nice and clean. Expect it to be really clean, you know, but no worries. Some people are unable to speak for themselves in the NDIS world, and luckily I can speak for myself. Luckily I can speak up and say, no, I don't like that standard. Luckily I can say, no, lady, I hate your ideas, you're wrong. Your suggestions are fucking wrong. Don't give them to me here. I don't want them. People think they can get away with anything. As soon as they know you've got a disability, they'll get away with anything. People will try to get away with anything they can get away with. Anything. And then my stupid ex-support worker had the fucking audacity to dictate how much I can and can't drink. Dictate whatever she wanted into my life. You're drinking too much water, you're eating a lot. Good. What if I want to eat a lot more or drink a lot more? Whenever I would drink water, she would act like I was drinking bloody poison. Hey? Go figure. And if this worker had used my honey soy garlic sauce, she would have chucked it in there, left the stove on high setting, cooked it for 20 minutes, turned it off, put the lid on and let it cook for another half an hour with the saucepan turned off, like the stovetop turned off. Hey, I have no problem if she wants to cook like that at home, but I will not have people dictate how they cook in my home. If I want someone to cook a certain way, they'll fucking cook a certain way. If I tell them, yep, is the food cooked? Good, I know it's hot, I'm getting some. Don't come in my face and harass and bully me and say, oh, stop, it's too hot, just leave it, just leave it. You know, bully and harass me into not getting my own food. Oh, I want you to wait for 15 minutes. Yeah, thanks, boss. Or actually, no, you're not the boss, I'm the boss. Thanks, bitch. Fuck off now, you're not helping me. You're just bossing me around. That's all that's going on. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to cut this recording because I've talked long enough.
Speak, Reddit, YouTube, TikTok, 1 hour ago, UZR, 08. Pause. Minus 40. Pause. Stop.
Yep, the recording is still going, so yeah. This food is going to finish simmering. It'll be ready in 20 minutes. It'll be fine. I'm going to have that with rice, I think. And I leave the food cooking consistently. I don't turn the pan off and let the heat slow cook my food because it's not consistent. I leave the stovetop on, cook at a consistent temperature, and then when I know it's done, I turn the stovetop off and the heat will dissipate. Otherwise, the stovetop is not at a consistent temperature and the cooking just stops. So, yeah. In any case, I'm done.
Stop. Stop.
I'll talk to you all later.